Plato, the philosopher who distrusted the world. He was born into power. He witnessed democracy fail. He watched his teacher die at the hands of the state. And after that, Plato never trusted the world the same way again. Plato did not believe that most people were capable of seeing the truth. He believed that reality itself was deceptive, and that what we call the real world is only a shadow. To understand Plato is to understand fear, disappointment, and a lifelong search for something higher than politics, crowds, and opinions. This is not just the story of a philosopher. It is the story of a man who tried to redesign reality itself. Birth and noble origins. Plato was born around 427 BCE in Athens during a time of political power and cultural brilliance. Unlike Socrates, Plato was born into wealth and aristocracy. His family was connected to influential political figures. From birth, Plato was expected to rule, to lead, to participate in public life. His original name was Aristocles. The name Plato, meaning broad, was likely a nickname, possibly referring to his physical build or broad intellect. From the beginning, Plato stood between two worlds, power and philosophy, politics and truth. Education and early ambitions. As a young man, Plato received the finest education Athens could offer. He studied poetry, mathematics, music, physical training. At first, Plato was drawn to politics. Like many young aristocrats, he believed he could help guide the city toward justice. But history would intervene. Athens in crisis. Plato grew up during the Peloponnesian War, a brutal conflict that tore Greece apart. Athens suffered military defeat, political instability, internal betrayal. Democracy became chaotic. Power shifted rapidly. Justice became fragile. Plato watched as political ambition replaced wisdom. And then, everything collapsed. Meeting Socrates. Plato met Socrates when he was still young. This meeting changed the course of his life. Socrates did not teach Plato what to think. He taught him how dangerous thinking could be. Through questions, irony, and relentless honesty, Socrates exposed the emptiness of status, reputation, and false knowledge. Plato became one of his closest students. For the first time, philosophy was not theory. It was a way of living. The execution of Socrates, a breaking point. When Athens sentenced Socrates to death, Plato was devastated. The city he loved had executed the wisest man he knew. This moment shattered Plato's faith in democracy. From then on, Plato believed, a society ruled by opinion will destroy truth. Socrates' death became the emotional core of Plato's philosophy. Leaving Athens. After the execution, Plato left Athens. He traveled widely, to Egypt, to southern Italy, to Sicily. He studied mathematics, religion, and political systems. Plato was searching, not just for knowledge, but for order. The theory of forms. During these years, Plato developed his most famous idea, the theory of forms. He argued that The world we see is imperfect. True reality exists beyond the senses. According to Plato, a chair is only a shadow of the form of a chair. Beauty, justice, and truth exist independently of objects. The physical world, he believed, is unreliable. Only reason leads to truth. The Allegory of the Cave. Plato illustrated his philosophy through stories. The most famous is the Allegory of the Cave. People are chained inside a cave, watching shadows on a wall. They believe the shadows are reality. When one person escapes and sees the real world, he returns to tell the others. They reject him. Plato believed this was the human condition. Philosopher Kings. Plato concluded that most people should not rule. In the Republic, he proposed a radical idea. Only philosophers should govern, not because they seek power, but because they understand truth. This idea remains controversial to this day. The Academy. Around 387 BCE, Plato founded the Academy in Athens. It was the first formal school of philosophy in Western history. Students studied philosophy, mathematics, astronomy. Among them was Aristotle, who would later challenge Plato's ideas. The Academy became Plato's attempt to build a better future through education. Personal life. Plato never married and had no known children. His life was dedicated entirely to thought, teaching, and writing. Unlike Socrates, Plato wrote extensively. His dialogues preserved Socrates' voice and expanded it into a philosophical system. Disappointment with reality. Plato never fully trusted the world. He believed, most people prefer illusion. Truth is uncomfortable. Society resists wisdom. This pessimism runs through all his work. Yet he never stopped teaching. Death. Plato died around 347 BCE, likely in Athens. He died peacefully, surrounded by students. No trial, no execution. But his philosophy carried the weight of a man who had seen justice fail. Plato's legacy. Plato shaped Western thought more than almost anyone else. Christian theology, political theory, education, metaphysics, all carry his influence. He asked a question that still unsettles us. What if the world we trust is not real at all?